If Mortal Online 2 ever expands thievery into a serious profession, I think it should not be treated as just one button for stealing. The game needs more meaningful solo content, and thievery is one of the best possible directions for that. A thief can be a strong solo archetype because his gameplay does not have to depend only on direct PvP. He can steal from players, pick locks, search for hidden chests, pilfer humanoid mobs, and slowly build his own underground economy. So the idea is not simply add stealing. The idea is to create a complete thief progression loop. One possible version of this system is based on thief vessels. This would work almost like spiritism. A thief performs thief-related actions, and through these actions he interacts with special vessels charged with thievery energy. There should be two different roles for thief vessels. The first role is the vessel embedded into armor. This is the active fuel source of the thief profession. If a player wants to perform real thief actions, he needs armor with a charged thief vessel embedded into it. Every thief action consumes charges from this armor. The second role is a separate thief vessel carried in the inventory. This vessel is not used as fuel. Instead, it is charged by performing thief actions. This means the thief spends charges from his armor while also slowly charging a separate vessel in his bag. This creates a clean loop. Charged thief armor allows the thief to act, and thief actions can charge new vessels for future use or sale. For example, if a thief attempts to steal from another player, one charge is consumed from the thief vessel embedded in his armor. At the same time, if he has an empty or partially charged thief vessel in his inventory, that action can add progress toward charging it. The same logic can apply to lockpicking. Each attempt to open a locked chest consumes one charge from the thief armor, but the action can also contribute to charging a separate thief vessel in the thief's inventory. PvE pilfering would also follow this rule. If the thief steals from bandits, humanoids, smugglers, raiders, or other suitable mobs, the action consumes a charge from his thief armor, but it can also charge a separate vessel in his bag. So the thief is not simply generating charges for free. He needs charged thief armor first. The armor is the tool that allows him to perform thief actions, but by using that tool, he can create more thief energy inside separate vessels. This makes the profession feel like a real cycle instead of a free resource farm. These separate thief vessels could have different capacities. For example, 10 charges, 50 charges, 100 charges, or 250 charges. Not every thief action should successfully add a charge to the separate vessel. It could work almost like finding gems while mining ore, but with a slightly higher chance to proc. In other words, the thief is spending energy from his armor while mining new thief energy through actual thief gameplay. This is important because thievery should not depend only on stealing from players. If the system is only PvP theft, it can become too toxic, too limited, or too situational. A thief should also have PvE gameplay. He should be able to go into the world, find humanoid camps, pilfer enemies, open locked containers, charge separate vessels, and slowly build materials for the thief economy. Once a separate thief vessel is charged, the player can either use it personally or sell it to a crafter. The crafter can then embed that charged vessel into a piece of armor while crafting it. This creates a new underground economy. Some players can specialize in charging thief vessels. Others can specialize in crafting armor with these vessels. Others can buy the finished gear for PvP thievery, lockpicking, or dungeon exploration.
There is also an important balance detail for separate thief vessels carried in the inventory. Since these vessels do not gain thief energy with a 100% chance, filling them should take time and involve risk. A thief spends charges from his armor every time he performs a thief action, but the separate vessel in his inventory only has a chance to gain energy from that action. Because of this, the vessel in the inventory should be blessed and should not drop on death while it remains a separate vessel. This is important because otherwise the thief would face a double punishment. He could lose the armor with the embedded thief vessel, and he could also lose the partially charged vessel he was slowly filling in his bag. That would create too much frustration, especially when charging the vessel is not guaranteed on every action. The thief should still risk his active gear. If he dies, the armor with the embedded thief vessel can drop like normal armor, but the separate vessel in his inventory should remain protected until it is finally embedded into armor. Once the vessel is inserted into armor, it becomes part of that armor and can be lost with it. This gives the system a better balance. The thief still risks his active equipment, but he does not lose all long-term progress every time he dies. If he loses his thief armor, he can buy or craft another one and continue filling the vessel he was carrying. There should also be a criminal crafting rule. Creating thief armor should be considered an illegal underground activity. It should not be possible to craft armor with embedded thief vessels inside normal lawful cities. This kind of crafting should only be possible in private territory, criminal towns, hidden camps, or other lawless locations. That would make thief armor feel like part of the black market instead of normal city crafting. It would also create more reason for thieves, smugglers, and criminal crafters to use dangerous places outside lawful protection.
Only one charged thief vessel should be enough when embedded into armor. The player should not need a full set of special thief gear or several different charged armor pieces. One armor piece with one embedded charged vessel would activate the thief functionality. Once the charges are depleted, that armor simply becomes normal armor again. The interesting part is that this vessel should be possible to embed into any armor type and into any armor piece. It does not have to be only light armor. But the effectiveness of thievery should depend heavily on armor weight, almost the same way mana regeneration depends on armor weight for mages. For this system, characters could have a new percentage-based thief efficiency scale. This scale would represent both the chance of successful theft and the chance of remaining undetected. It could be called something like thievery efficiency, detection resistance, or simply the thief scale. For example, armor with a total weight of 3 kilograms or less could allow 100% thief efficiency. But this only applies if the character also has 100 stealth and 100 stealing. If the character has only 80 stealth and 80 stealing, then even with very light armor, his thief efficiency would be around 80%. So the system would depend on both skills and armor weight. If the thief has 100 stealth, 100 stealing, and very light armor, he can reach 100% thief efficiency. This would be the ideal thief setup, but if he wears heavier armor, his thief efficiency begins to fall. The heavier the armor, the more the thief scale drops, and it should drop exponentially, similar to how heavy armor reduces mana regeneration. This means players are not forced to wear only light armor armor to perform thief actions or charge separate vessels. A hybrid character in medium or even heavier armor could still do thief gameplay, but with lower efficiency. Maybe he has 50% thief efficiency. He can still participate in the system, but he will not be a full professional thief in that setup. Then, when the player wants to do serious PvP thievery, he can switch into lighter armor to reach much higher efficiency. This creates flexibility without making heavy armored thieves too strong. The same scale can also interact with detection. Detect Hidden could be the counter skill against stealth and thievery. If a thief has 80% thief efficiency and another player has 100 Detect Hidden, that player should have a very strong chance to reveal him. If the thief has 100% efficiency, then only someone with very high Detect Hidden should reliably detect him. The exact numbers can be balanced, but the principle is simple. The better the thief's skills and the lighter his armor, the harder he is to detect and the better his chance of successful theft. The better the enemy's Detect Hidden skill, the better his chance to reveal the thief. Stealth should be one of the core parts of this system. A thief without stealth does not really feel like a thief. But stealth also needs balance. It should not make the player completely invisible in every situation. During daytime, stealth could make the thief transparent, but not fully invisible. In daylight, other players could still notice a faint transparent silhouette if they are paying attention. However, the thief should not be easy to hit with normal targeted attacks while in stealth. To break him out of stealth, players would need area of effect spells, light-based tools, or detection mechanics. This creates an interesting risk. If someone uses an AoE spell in a town or crowded place to reveal a thief, they might hit innocent players and become criminals themselves. Because of that, a thief in daytime would naturally try to stay close to other players, using crowds as protection. This creates actual thief behavior instead of just a simple invisibility button. At night, the situation would change. Darkness should matter. In darkness, the transparent silhouette of a thief should become much harder to see. In caves, ruins, forests, and dungeons, stealth would become much stronger. But it should still have counters. Light magic, torches, Detect Hidden, and AoE spells could all help reveal a hidden thief. This would make night gameplay more meaningful. A thief would be stronger after dark, while other players could prepare by carrying torches, using magic light, or bringing someone with detection skills. The world would feel more alive because time of day and environment would actually affect gameplay. There is also an important rule for criminal status. Simply detecting a stealthed thief should not automatically make him killable. Before the thief commits a crime, he should remain blue. If someone detects him in stealth, they know something suspicious is happening, but they should not be allowed to kill him without consequence. The thief should only become hidden gray after actually committing theft or another criminal action. In other words, it should not be enough to catch a thief hiding. You need to catch him committing the crime. This is important for balance. If a thief becomes killable just because someone sees his transparent silhouette during the day, then the profession becomes almost impossible to play. Stealth would become a death sentence instead of a tool. The risk should begin when the thief actually acts. Lockpicking should also be a major part of the thief profession. The world should have locked chests placed in different locations with loot quality based on difficulty and danger. Simple chests could be found in easier areas.
Better chests could appear in bandit camps, ruins, wilderness locations, and especially dungeons. The best locked chests should require high lockpicking skill and should be placed in dangerous areas. Each lockpicking attempt should consume 1 charge from the thief vessel embedded in the armor. At the same time, if the thief has a separate thief vessel in his inventory, the lockpicking action can help charge that vessel. This gives lockpicking a real cost, but also allows it to be part of the thief economy. This would give solo players a strong reason to explore. A thief lockpicker could enter a dungeon not to fight every boss, but to sneak through, avoid danger, find locked chests, and try to open them. That creates a very different playstyle from a warrior, mage, tamer, or regular farmer. Dungeons would be especially good for this system because they are naturally dark. A thief lockpicker would feel more comfortable there because stealth would be more effective. At the same time, lockpicking itself should take time. Opening a valuable chest should not be instant. The thief would have to stay in one place for a while, creating danger. Mobs, players, patrols, or other thieves could interrupt him. This is one of the reasons stealth would not be overpowered. A thief cannot sprint while stealthed. He can move carefully but not run at full speed. If he wants to escape quickly, he has to leave stealth or risk being caught. Also, opening chests takes time, consumes charges, and standing still in a dangerous area is always risky. So the thief has strong tools, but also clear limitations. This profession could include several connected activities. A thief can steal from players. Each attempt to steal from a player consumes 1 charge from the thief vessel embedded in the armor. A thief can pilfer humanoid lobs and bandits. PvE pilfering also consumes 1 charge from the thief armor because it is still a thief action. A thief can open locked chests. Each lockpicking attempt consumes 1 charge from the thief armor. If the thief has a separate thief vessel in his inventory, any thief action can help charge that vessel. This gives lockpicking a real cost, but also allows it to be part of the thief economy.
The thief spends charges from his armor while building charges inside a separate vessel. A fully charged separate vessel can be sold, stored, or given to a crafter. A crafter can embed a charged thief vessel into any armor piece. 1 embedded vessel is enough to activate thief functionality. When the embedded vessel charges are depleted, the armor becomes normal armor again. Armor weight affects thief efficiency, just like armor weight affects mana regeneration. Light armor gives the best results, but heavier armor can still be used with reduced efficiency. Stealth and stealing skills define the base power of the thief. Detect Hidden gives other players a counter against stealth. Darkness, dungeons, and nighttime improve the thief's ability to remain unnoticed. Torches, light magic, AoE spells, and detection skills give other players counterplay. This would make thievery much more than simple pickpocketing. It would become a full solo profession with PvE, PvP, crafting, trade, exploration, and risk. Another useful addition would be disguise tools. If thievery becomes a real profession, identity should matter. A thief should have some way to hide or alter his appearance during criminal activity. This could be done through disguise kits or other dark profession tools.
The goal is not to make criminals untouchable, but to give the thief profession some depth beyond simple name recognition and metagaming. In the end, the idea is to make thievery a real gameplay path for Mortal Online 2, especially for solo players. It could combine stealth, theft, lockpicking, PvE pilfering, hidden chests, charged thief vessels, armor crafting, nighttime advantages, and player counterplay. This would give thieves many things to do even when they are not stealing from players. A thief could go into the wilderness, find bandits, pilfer humanoids, open locked chests, explore dungeons, spend charges from his thief armor, and charge separate vessels through actual thief gameplay. Then he can sell those vessels, store them, or use them to create new thief armor. That is the main idea. Thievery should not just be a button, it should be a profession with its own economy, preparation, fuel system, risk, counters, and solo content. A good thief system would not only create more crime, it would create more exploration, more trading, more tension, more night gameplay, more dungeon activity, and more reasons for solo players to log in and do something meaningful.
As a bonus idea, thievery could also interact with taming. This could create a separate criminal action, horse theft. In this system, a thief with the right taming skills could attempt to tame or take control of another player's animal while the owner is still alive or after the owner has died. This would make animal theft an actual profession-related crime instead of just normal looting. But this should be treated as open theft. Horse theft should be illegal inside towns and lawful areas, and the thief should become criminal if he attempts it there. It should be a risky action, not a safe trick. There should also be a clear restriction. Soul-bound creatures cannot be stolen. If an animal is soul-bound to its owner, it should remain protected from horse theft. This keeps the system useful for open-world crime without destroying the value of bonded or soul-bound pets. So, in combination with taming, thievery could support a new criminal specialization, not just stealing items, but stealing animals. This would add more depth to both the thief profession and the tamer profession, while still keeping important protections in place.